This is a copy of SimCity 4 Deluxe Edition, circa 2005, for Windows XP. This is the manual for SimCity 4 Deluxe Edition, circa 2005, for Windows XP. On page 35 of said manual, there is a hint. Zone for low-density development when your city is in the early stages of growth. It's much easier on your pocketbook, and you won't see taller, bigger buildings until your city increases in size and population anyway. Why do I bring this up? I'm glad you asked. Basically, the concept I'm trying to convey here is do the best you can with what you currently have before you start spending money on things you don't necessarily need, thinking that those things will help you improve your skills or make you better in some way. This is a life rule I generally try to live by. For example, I'm the type of guy who would buy a $250 guitar, play it for a year and get good at using it, then spend $350 upgrading the parts, rather than buying a $550 guitar right away when I don't know what I'm doing. For me, the alternative of spending a lot of money on something and considering it an investment for the future, I'll use it to its full potential eventually, when something cheap will do the job just as well right now, is not wishful thinking, that's wasteful thinking in my mind. Which is why I have a very deep personal confession to tell you. I'm a hypocrite. So yeah, that whole intro is basically me setting up that I made bad decisions at Guitar Center. I bought 3 15-foot cables and 2 5-foot cables for $190. When I could have bought a pack of 5 15-foot cables online for like $36. I know the Guitar Centers are like the high quality cables or whatever, and like you're basically buying 2 because they'll always replace them. But still, you can buy 2 of those $36 packs on Amazon for $70, not $190. So anyway, it's not the first time that's happened at Guitar Center either, actually. This pop filter, I spent $60 on. And I was like, I'll only buy it one time. It's an investment for the future, right? And then I realized, I could have just bought a $20 pop filter one time as an investment for the future as well, because it's not like these things are getting like broken all the time. Anyway, all I have to say, I have exciting news. We will be miking a live drum kit today. That's what these are for. But first, I gotta show you around the studio. And that's not my bike. It's my roommate's bike, actually. He's a friend of mine from college. I moved down with him. We're in Georgia now. It's super cool. But yeah, this is the garage. No one parks their cars in the garage, so I turned it into a studio. We got room for the guitars down here, the bass on the wall, got my amps, my wall of amps with the California Don't Tread on Me flag. Super cool. I got my electronic drum kit down here. Did all the Zinchronex stuff, recorded on this guy. I got my electric keyboard, and of course, my #1 fan. Been with me from the beginning, will be with me to the end, as #1 fans do. And then of course, the main piece for today, we're going to be working with this drum kit. This is actually my coworker's drum kit. He was storing it at his dad's church for a while, but then his dad left that church that he was working at, and so now my friend didn't have anywhere to store it. And so I said, hey, I kind of have this studio in my garage. You want to leave it here for free, and then you can play it whenever you want? And he was like, sure. So here we go. Let's try and set this thing up today. I've never done it before. Let's see what happens. This is what we're working with today. So we got a AKG stage mic. We have a Deity S-Mic 2S. This is the shorter shotgun mic. Comes in a very nice case. This guy right here, I'm gonna use that. Probably for the overhead, not totally sure. This will probably go for a tom. Got another stage mic. Again, these are stage mics, so I recognize it's not gonna sound great. We have the humming AC in the background. We have a very echoey room. This is not gonna sound too good. But again, do the best you can with what you got, right? Make the mistakes so you can learn from them. So that's what I'm doing today. This guy is a Samson S1. This was my go-to stage mic back in the Synchronix days. Back in the Synchronix days, as if they were that long ago. They're still here, I say. That's another ambiguous message on if Synchronix is still together or not. I'll let you be the judge. Anyway, we have the condenser mic. I totally dropped this and it went flying when the camera was off. So this might be dead, but we'll find out. And then this is the MXL 990 and then 991. It's the kit that you can just buy. Probably use this for the kick, use this as the other overhead if it works. And then this is kind of a crappy electro voice. Like this is my dad's, so it's probably like fairly old, because my dad's fairly old. But yeah, I'll probably use this for another tom or a kick. So yeah, that's kind of the plan. It's these two guys for for overheads. These three guys for toms probably. This for the kick, and then for the snare, I'm gonna use this Asden. It's super cool actually. It can convert from this guy, which is the short guy. You unscrew this, put the top on, and now you got a shotgun mic. But it's cool, but it doesn't sound the best. So I'm probably, it sounds good. It's just very quiet. So I'm figuring for the loudest drum, which I would assume is the snare, I'll probably stick this bad boy for the snare. So that's kind of the plan. So another example of where I'm spending money for no reason. These guys, these crappy little microphone holders. I bought quite a few thinking that I would need them for the mics that are mounted on the toms. Turns out every mic I'm using comes with a clamp already, pretty much. I just needed these guys. So yeah, I'm just wasting money again. That's great. Okay, so everything's set, and I kind of noticed a problem. So when I'm playing, this guy's kind of in my way. I gotta like jump over it. I gotta do like that kind of a motion. I don't know. If I start hitting it a bunch, I'll bring in my other stage mic stand and kind of just weasel it in here. But I want to use the things I paid for, because I don't want to have to say, oh, I bought these for no reason as well. So, there's been a change in plans. Originally, I was going to use this guy, this Zoom F8N, run all 8 microphones into these inputs, then run that signal out from this guy right here, this USB Mini, into my laptop. However, I never bought a USB Mini, so my workaround is I'm going to run all of my microphones into this guy, this mixer, and then run those 2 extra mic cables that I was going to return stereo out from here into my Scarlett, run the stereo from my Scarlett into my laptop. Kind of a workaround, but in the end I might be able to return this, which is $600, or my other field mixer, my MixPre 6, which is $900. Because I only use these for like, field mixing, like, boom pole operating stuff. I don't need 2. I originally bought this one kind of thinking it would do the job of this, but this one was only $100. So, I don't know. In the end, I might have made wise financial decisions after all. So, let's set that up. Well, according to these lights, it works. The only issue is we keep losing phantom power. And I'm not sure if that's because this board was $100 because it was defective, or we're drawing power from the power strip and it's not enough power, or it's trying to draw power from the laptop maybe. I don't really know. It's also getting dark outside and I don't want to get any noise complaints filed on me, so I think we're going to call it a day. We got some good progress. We'll continue the adventure in financial frugality and trying to mic live drums tomorrow. See you then. Hello. We're back. It's the next day, and I have my Audio Jake shirt on. I'm not Audio Jake, contrary to popular belief. But today's a good day because I was able to get everything working, sorta. I bought this guy from Walmart. This is a USB B mini converter. So I was able to plug up everything into my Zoom F8N like I originally planned. The only issue is I cannot use the Zoom for playback and monitoring. That's probably a setting with my computer or with Reaper, so I'm not too concerned about that. I'm really happy I was able to actually get 7 mics recording at once because I was never able to do that in the slightest like a month ago. I had no capacity for that a month ago, I should say. But anyway, so yeah, I'll show you what I got. It's kind of quiet for you guys, but using Reaper, of course. Beautiful. The only issue I noticed, I'll point it out to you. That's the snare mic. So there's a lot of other stuff that this is picking up. So I'm probably going to swap my snare mic with one of my overheads because you don't want a lot of bleed for the snare. It's going to happen, but you don't want it. I may be dumb and I don't know what I'm doing, but I know that much. Also, this guy is kind of thin sounding. You could probably EQ it, but it doesn't sound the best. And then the last thing, I'll show you again how much I don't know what I'm doing. I made a rookie mistake. On here, on the front of the kick, I put the kick drum right here, right in front of the sound hole. And I discovered, when you do that, you get wind noise. Yeah, you would think I would be able to, logic my way through that one. But no, you're supposed to put the microphone either in the drum by the beater or in front of the drum. You don't put it in front of the sound hole. But I didn't know, and now I know, so we're good. I was thinking about doing the Glenn John method, of course, which you put one mic here, facing the snare, equidistant mic here, facing the snare, and then one kick mic and one snare mic. But, first of all, every video I've seen of people doing the Glenn John method is with large diaphragm microphones as overheads, which I only have one, which is the kick. And the other thing is, if I have 7 microphones, why not use them, I'm not able to mic the bottom of the heads like I know I'm supposed to because I don't have enough microphones. But I think we should be alright for a little bit. I'm going to experiment with a little bit of stuff and tweak things and try and get it to sound as good as I can right now. Maybe I'll buy some more mics. Maybe I'll buy some more stands. I don't know. We'll see. But that's kind of the main thing. Oh, I also was not able to get this mixer figured out. I don't know why it's still just losing phantom power randomly. So I'm probably going to take it to an electronic shop nearby. But so far, I'd say we had a lot of progress. I'm super excited. Again, I've never mic'd a live drum kit before, and I've never even had the capacity to record 7 microphones at once. That's crazy. So I'm finally able to do it. So if you got any tips, questions, well, I've got a lot of questions. So if you have any comments or snarks or just whatever else, let me know. And I'll try and get this thing sounding good and maybe put some music out using it. So stay tuned for that. So I was editing this video and I realized I never showed you the upstairs part of the studio tour, my mixing station and my vocal booth, also known as my bedroom and my closet. Doesn't sound as cool, but yeah. Anyway, we have my very nice Alesis monitors. These are M1 Active MK2, so yeah, I don't really know what that means, but they sound great, so that's the other one. And then over here we have my little shrine to Eddie Van Halen. You can make your donation in the coin jar if you'd like. That's not a shrine, for the record. I just collect loose coins because you never know when you might need like $2 in quarters to do your laundry at the laundromat. It's probably more than that now, inflation, you know. Anyway, this is actually Zinchronex. Me and Aaron made this back in the day. And if it'll focus, I don't want to do manual focus because it'll trip the camera up, but that's Aaron right there. Oh yeah, killing it. That's me. If it'll focus. Yeah, that's me. And then back here we have our old drummer Dylan. Still killing it. Last I heard he was in Africa taking drum lessons from someone in Nigeria, I believe. But yeah, we have over here the vocal booth. Carpeted door, very cool. It took a minute to do, but it was cool. We have our TV over here hooked up to the computer via HDMI, so I can do ADR sessions in here now. If anyone wants to dub their movie in French, we can do that. You take a step in, close the door, and the echo is gone. It's great. I love it. It just took every knitted blanket that my grandma ever made growing up and this mattress topper, and it's sounds pretty good to me. I mean, I don't know. It's probably not professional grade, but I don't know. I like it. But anyway, yeah, these kind of videos tend to run long and I tend to ramble. So I don't usually like talking in my videos, doing the vlog style or whatever, because I kind of suck at it. But I usually like to let my music do the talking. Let's just say that. But I figure every once in a while, it's nice to give an update for something big. You know, this is a pretty big thing. So just thought I'd bring you guys along for the ride. Appreciate you sticking with me so far. Stick around a little longer. We'll see what happens. Some cool stuff down the line. Got some noodle videos, and now that the drums are here, I'll probably start putting up covers, and hopefully we can start getting some originals. So that'll be cool. Stick around. It'll be pretty fun. So see you guys.